So hello and welcome to the third STARR User Group Meeting, everyone. I'm really stoked that we've been able to host this meeting for 3 years in a row now. The motivation for this meeting was really to just have a day when we could all meet to celebrate the vision for STARR, the innovative ways in which you, our researchers, our users have been able to leverage the STARR resources for your research, and basically just our journey so far. So quick note on the logistics, please use the Q&A window to ask your questions. And to kick off today's session, I'd like to welcome Dr. Todd Ferris to say a few opening remarks. Todd is the Chief Technology Officer for Research and Education at Stanford and part of the Technology and Digital Solutions at Stanford Healthcare. Todd is a board-certified physician and received his MD from University of Michigan. He leads the research technology team and is a Stanford veteran and has been here for over 20 years. He's really someone who knows, who intricately understands the role that technology plays in furthering biomedical research. And without further ado, let's welcome Todd.
Thank you so much, Priya. And thanks for everyone for joining. As you can see behind me, I am actually at Epic today in Madison. It's actually a really nice day here. Unusual sometimes for springtime here. I've been here in blizzards for spring. And it just, goes to show the advantage of us doing this in the virtual format. Priya and I chatted a little bit about like, well, it would be nice to be in person and maybe do a, in-person session, but then it also limits the opportunity for people joining and dropping in for a session here, session there. So we decided we're going to stick with the virtual theme for now, and maybe we're going to look at next year doing some in-person sessions to try to mix it up and get to meet some of you because we'd really like to get to see people again. But I'm just going to share a few slides talking just briefly about the organization and some changes since last year. And then before I hand it over to what you guys are really interested in is hearing from Nikesh and Allison. So just want to talk a little bit about some of the org changes. As Priya mentioned, we're part of Technology and Digital Solutions that was created back in 2019. TDS is a very large organization supporting both the adults hospital as well as the School of Medicine. You can see all the sort of leaders across the top. Research and education fits squarely under Michael Hallis there. And I'm not going to talk a lot about my educational technology side today, but that team is awesome. And if you have educational technology requests, come and see our team. But let me move into really focusing on research technology. Stanford has a long history of supporting research technology. One of our first teams, the DCC, was established way back in 2000. Some of our team members were hired in that era. We have a lot of history and experience on the team. I'm not going to go through all of the different milestones there, but just to say that there's been a lot of different milestones and a lot of different people involved. And just recently, we were able to kind of make a major transition. So let me talk about what that transition happened in January. So specifically, we took 4 existing teams, Research IT, which really focused on clinical data for the research infrastructure, the STARR, previously Stride, all of those STARR tools, all of that team. We took the Research Informatics Center, the RIC team, which many of you may have interacted with, to get data consultations and vending of data for research projects, as well as a nascent new team that was just being created last year called Research Systems that was focusing on research applications and solutions. And then the DCC, which has been with us for many, many years, focused really supporting the SCI, so the Stanford Cancer Institute, building custom cancer-specific research applications. And it's a core within the medical school. And we formed a new team called Research Technology and broke it into 3 specific areas. And let me just walk through those real quick. So to start out, our application solutions team, headed by Anthony Buchan, is really focused on supporting systems and services to facilitate the conduct of research, and really is sort of our main intake area where to provide a coordination point for all our research systems related activities, and really looking at it becoming that first point of contact. So some of the projects within that team, just to kind of get some familiarity, if you're familiar with the REDCap team, that's now under Anthea, our forays into Epic research, hence why I'm here at Epic, talking all Epic research, as well as electronic regulatory solution, which we're going to pilot for, and others like Encore and other supporting systems. Engineering services, many of you familiar with Somali, and she's heading up our engineering services team, really focusing on supporting clinical data for clinical data infrastructure to support all sorts of research. So STARR tools and services, as well as project specific tools and applications development. So many of you are familiar with like the Choir platform, as well as Neuro computing, all comes under Somali's team. And then I'm currently heading up our third team called Data Services. And this is where we're focusing on clinical data consultation, clinical data vending, as well as our support for the Cancer Institute. So it's, we're new. We started kind of this journey back in January. So we're still working through a lot of those processes, but I really want to just set, we've set our scope really broad. We're really out here to support everywhere from basic science to clinical research, as well as our bread and butter, which we've been supporting for a long time, the data-driven research. And so you'll be seeing lots of changes come from us over the next few months, new websites and new intake. As we look at our intake, I think we have every possible intake under the sun, whether it's a ServiceNow request, it's a RedCap, it's a Smartsheet, it's I think we've got Jira, Salesforce. Like I think we have them all. We're really starting to look at how can we hone that down and have a more rationalized intake for our various teams. So be patient with us as we develop that. I will ask that try not to just directly email us. It will get lost. I do want to hear from you. So if you do want to reach out, set up some time, happy to meet and talk through your needs. And but look forward to working with everybody on all of these activities. Our team is growing. It's a large group, and we're excited to support everybody with their research technology needs.
The preceding program is copyrighted by the Board of Trustees of the Leland Stanford Junior University. Please visit us at med.stanford.edu.